Hey everybody, I'm coming to you live from Chicago. I'm actually here on a retreat to share my book, which hopefully is coming out in 2025. I just finished writing the manuscript and it's going to get ready for review, and I'm super excited to get that to you guys. But today, that's not what I'm talking about. Today, I'm talking about how to sustain and start healthy habits. For me, having healthy habits has been not always an easy thing. I definitely got in my own way a lot, and it wasn't until a couple of years, 10 years actually, of having really unhealthy habits that I actually learned how I can start and sustain healthier habits for myself. And the big question is, why are they so hard? So today I'm going to tell you why it's so hard to start healthy habits. I'm going to share with you what I do to follow through, and I hope you guys will stick around so that you can learn what you can do to follow through with healthy habits as well. And the women that I work with, they want to be healthier. I think most of us want to lead a healthy life, a fulfilling life that is fueled by the things that really make us feel good. And we can't seem to do it, right? We get caught up in that trap where we feel like we want to be healthier, we want to feel healthier, but we want the quick and easy way to do it. Today, I'm going to share with you, which may not feel quick and easy, but is definitely really effective so that you can follow through and you don't have to rely back on old tricks to try to start healthy habits, lose weight quickly, and do the things that you know don't work and that bring you back into a cycle of self-loathing, failure, and yo-yo dieting. And I remember what it was like. What I'm going to tell you today, it took me 10 years and 20 fad diets that I failed to figure out. And today I'm going to break it down for you in just under 10 minutes. I want to say hi to everybody who's here on Instagram. Hi, guys. So glad that you could join me today. So why is it so hard to start healthy habits? Hi, Carrie. First of all, your brain likes familiar patterns and likes things to feel easy. It takes more effort to do things that you are used to than to do things that are different than what you are used to. And many of us live in a state of overwhelm. And because of that, starting something new can feel like it really takes over your brain, and it just can kind of make you feel like you're going on overdrive. Another reason it's hard to start healthy habits is the immediate outcome is less favorable than the outcome itself. So, for example, scrolling on our phones at night gives us an immediate gratification or satisfaction of, feeling like we're having that me time, even though the long-term result is that we would get better sleep, we would feel better in our day, and we would ultimately balance our internal energy system to feel better. But that immediate gratification takes over. Another example is that you might want to go to the gym, right? But that first day or maybe first week, you feel really sore, it feels really hard, and then you don't want to show up, even though the long-term result would be building muscle, burning fat, and feeling better in your body overall. A third reason that new habits are hard to start is because they are shiny and new and exciting for about 2 weeks, and then the novelty wears off. This is really common with quick fix diets and exercise programs, because when you start to do it, you get that dopamine release. You're like, oh my God, I'm doing it. I'm doing the thing. And then you see a quick result, but then it becomes hard to sustain. Number one, because it's not something that's aligned with you, your values, your goals. It's only in alignment with one thing, probably to lose weight or to get some quick fix for yourself. And the other issue is that when you start something like that, you can't sustain that energy of excitement for a long period of time. So the novelty wears off, you end up stop doing the things that you're supposed to be doing, and they feel really difficult to sustain because they're not made to fit into your unique life. And then the fourth and final reason it's really hard to sustain or to start habits is that people really only think of starting a habit sometime rather than specifically attaching it to another existing habit that's actually easier. So what we tend to do is to say, oh, I'm going to start meditating, or oh, I'm going to start eating healthier, or oh, I'm going to start sleeping more. But you're just kind of making these like declarations, and you're not actually figuring out how you can implement those in a thoughtful way with something that's already existing. And that makes it really hard. Attaching it to something existing can actually make it less overwhelming. So for these reasons, habit change or starting habits can feel really hard, but it's definitely not impossible. And today I'm going to share with you the 4 ways that I install healthy habits so that I can get the results that I want. And I used to hit diet and exercise programs pretty hard. I'd do it for 2 weeks, just like I said earlier, and I would give up. I used scroll on my phone at night and get little sleep. And I used to have a limiting belief that there wasn't enough time to do new things because I didn't make space for it. It was overwhelming for me. So today I'm going to share those 4 strategies with you in just a second for sustaining the healthy habits that are going to help you break through any challenges that you feel with your health overall. And what we try with habit change doesn't typically work. So behaviors like signing up for 4-week promise programs, counting foods, macros, or points, and holding yourself accountable to weight loss metrics every single day. These are negative reinforcing behaviors that ultimately set you up for failure. So if you're watching, I just want you to commit to not doing it that way anymore and to do it the new way that I'm going to teach you, the way that I teach my clients, and the way that they actually get long-term results. Okay, so here are the top 4 things that you need to sustain healthy habits. First of all, I want you guys to stop thinking about quick fixes and how much I can lose and what I can benefit from in the next 2 weeks. And I want you to think about the next 6 months. Okay, I want you to think about at the end of 6 months, what would I end up benefiting from if I implemented a healthier lifestyle, if I started taking care of myself, if I started jogging a few times a week, if I started walking 8,000 steps a day, what would happen in 6 months from now? What could my life be like? I want you to really envision that. And before you even start the healthy habits, just think, if I installed health in my life, what could I have in 6 months' time? You'll start focusing on what you'll get when you stick with your habits for 6 months instead of that short-term result that you think is going to bring you all that joy. Because 6 months' time is a really considerable amount of time that you actually get to lean in and create opportunities for you to learn, instead of saying, if I can't stick with this for 2 weeks, I'm going to fail. So we don't get to say that. We get to say, in 6 months, I'm going to learn a whole lot about myself, and I'm going to try to continue to do this thing for 6 months, and I'm going to learn from my mistakes, and it might not always be easy, but I'm going to stick with it for the next 6 months. So try to think about it in that way. The second thing that you guys are going to do is, I want you to have that 6-month vision. And then every single day, you're going to write action tasks that are going to help you reach your vision. So the benefit of doing this is that you're actually going to write action tasks that are possible for you today, not the action tasks you think you need to do 6 months from now, like running 5 miles a day or signing up for marathons or, or losing 20 pounds or whatever. You're just thinking about what you're going to do today. So if I have a vision of, say, I'll use, Carrie, I know you're training for a Couch to 5K, which is amazing. And I love how you share your journey on social media. It's so beautiful. If my goal is to run 3 miles, then what am I doing today in order to reach that goal? I'm not going to try to run 3 miles today. I'm going to think about, okay, I'm going to walk 8,000 steps today, or I'm going to walk and then I'm going to jog a little less than I'm walking today, right? What is possible for me today? And guess what? It could be 3 weeks from now, and then I'm writing down my actions for today, but I'm not feeling well, or I'm sick, or I'm really sore from doing that for such a, for the 3 weeks that I've been doing that. So that means that I'm still asking myself, what's possible for me today? Maybe what's possible for me today is take a rest day. Maybe what's possible for me today is to nourish myself and to stretch so that I can get back to it tomorrow. So you're always checking in with yourself about what is possible for me today, not what do I think I should do. Okay. The third thing you're going to do is attach the habits that you want to have to existing habits. Some of the examples that I've implemented into my life are setting the coffee maker and meditating while the coffee is going. So I literally only meditate for maybe 2 to 5 minutes in the morning. I don't do anything more than that. I'm more of a journaler and a walk and pensive thinking in the shower while I'm driving type person. I don't meditate a whole lot, but I do that in the morning while the coffee is brewing. You can also put your workout clothes out the night before. So right after you brush your teeth, you can use that as a trigger to say, okay, workout clothes, go set out, so that when you wake up, you're reminded that it's time for you to work out. Hi, Mandy. The other thing you can do to habit stack is to put a journal or a crossword puzzle next to your bed. Now, I know we have that scrolling tendency in the evening time, so we can get that me time, but the truth is that it's just throwing you out of whack. So if you have a journal or a crossword puzzle is my newest thing, next to the bed, then instead of reaching and picking up your phone, pick up the other thing instead. Start doing the crossword puzzle to get your brain away from thinking about what's going on in phone land. Pick up your journal and start writing down a gratitude list, or writing down your schedule for the following day, or your to-do list, just so you can get out of that headspace of bringing in something through the phone and instead of dumping out onto paper. It's really, really helpful for sleep. Another habit that you might stack is drink water every time you pick up your phone to scroll. So if you hold yourself accountable for doing that, you're going to drink a ton of water, and you're also going to benefit from not scrolling as much anymore. And then the last thing is roast some vegetables every night while you watch your favorite show. Like, all of us want to just kind of like lay down, watch a favorite show that feels really good in the evening time, but you can also at the same time throw a pan of vegetables that are pre-cut, that you can even buy them pre-cut. Throw some olive oil on it, some salt and pepper, put it in the oven, set a timer for 18 minutes or so. That's how long it takes for broccoli, about that, to roast broccoli. And then take it out, and then you have this amazing snack or something you can reheat for later. So I roast vegetables all the time and make it easier on myself by doing it while I'm doing something that I really enjoy. That's also called pleasure bundling. But anyway, so habit stacking, pleasure bundling, that kind of thing can help you sustain the habit for the long haul. And then the last and final one that's really, really important is accountability. You don't have to start habits alone. I have a walk run group where we meet together. We also meet online to post pictures of each other, like selfies, to show that we are actually doing the work that's necessary to be able to run a 5K. I have another accountability group where my clients come in and they talk about the strength training and the food that they're eating. You need to find your group, and you need to find the place where you feel accountable. Tell your family what you're doing. Tell your kids what you're doing. Tell your coworkers what you're doing. And the benefit of that is not just you being accountable to your word, but you might influence someone else to start healthy habits, right? And so that's a ripple effect that you can send around and comes back to you and can help you feel really good and continue to reinforce the things that you're doing because you're changing your life. Okay, so those are the 4 ways. I just want to review them one more time. First, in order to start and sustain healthy habits, come up with a 6-month vision. Second, every day, write down an action task or a few tasks that you believe you could do that are going to help you meet that vision. Third, you're going to habit stack or pleasure bundle. So attach habits to existing habits, or attach habits to things that you really enjoy that feel good. And then the last thing you're going to do is find accountability in a group or with your family or with a friend so that you can follow through. So those are the 4 things, and I hope that's really helpful to you guys. You can write them down, think about it. I would love to know what your 6-month vision is. I'd love to know what your baby steps or your daily goals are. And I'd love to know what you're stacking them with, and who's going to hold you accountable. So if you think about those things and you want to shoot me a DM and let me know if that was helpful and what you're planning on doing to start or sustain healthy habits, let me know. If you don't even know what healthy habits are, I want you to join me in my new Facebook group, Weight Loss Breakthroughs for Women 40 Plus, where I'm sharing a ton of content and ideas for you to start healthy habits for your body and for long-term results. So thanks for joining me today. I hope you guys have a great day.